Hey guys, I said earlier that I think you should apply between 3 to 7 schools when you're applying to OT schools, and with additional applications comes additional interview expenses. So I just want to do a video about how can we keep those expenses as low as possible. So I think the first thing you should do when a potential school contacts you about an interview, if they're an out-of-state school or just a school that's very far away from you, is to see if there is an option of having either a telephone or a Skype interview. Now, some schools might have this option, but they might not accept anyone from that does a telephone or a Skype interview. So make sure that you inquire about whether or not that will change your chances of being accepted by the school, but it definitely will save you money and costs in the long run if you can do one of those two options. Now, if a Skype or a telephone interview isn't possible for you, one other option is to see if there's anyone else who's applying to your school that you can carpool with or that you can share a hotel with or that sort of thing, especially schools that are going to have an interview day where there are going to be a lot of students coming to interview on that particular day. It just makes sense that if you can find someone who is also going to be interviewing at the school, that you guys hook up and either share a hotel room or carpool together or something like that. Another thing to look at is whether or not you might be able to crash on a current student's floor or if you could stay in a dorm room, and you would be able to find that out by calling the school and seeing if that's a possibility. Now, if you can't stay on a current student's floor or anything like that, you can always try and crash with family members that are in the area. So it might be time to reach out to that long-lost cousin that you haven't talked to in a few years to see if you can stay with them. If you are stuck staying in a hotel, it's smart to look for a hotel that might have shuttle service to your school or shuttle service from the airport, or that is near public transportation so you can easily take public transportation to the airport or from the airport and to the school or from the school. Depending on the city you are headed to, renting a car might actually cost a lot of money. I know when I went to go rent a car in one of my cities, it was going to be $100 plus a day, which is a bit ridiculous. So definitely look into public transportation if that is the case, or even if it's not the case, public transportation can be a way to save money when you're headed to your interviews. Another way to save money is to try and limit the number of nights that you're staying in a hotel, and also limit the number of days that you would need to rent a car if you are choosing to rent a car. So that means maybe flying in the morning of your interview or flying out the afternoon of your interview. That way you're not forced to spend the night before or the night after. That can save you a lot of money on hotel, and the same goes for rental cars. And then another thing you might just want to look into is whether or not your hotel will have a fridge. And now that's something that can really save money on just the cost of eating out, because if you can eat out and then save leftovers and eat those for another meal, you've just saved yourself the cost of an entire meal. Or better yet, if you can run to a grocery store and buy some cheap groceries that will get you through the day or 2 days that you're there at your interview, you can definitely save money on eating out. Another thing you might want to look at is taking a carry-on bag as opposed to checking your luggage, especially if you're traveling with an airline that is going to charge a baggage fee. So even if the baggage fee is only $25, when you think about it, it's $25 there and then $25 back. So really you're going to end up spending $50 on that one piece of luggage. So it might be a smarter solution to save that $50 and just take a carry-on bag. I hope that these tips will help you save money on your future occupational therapy interviews. Have a great day.